Juicy today. Happy Monday, how y'all doing? Hey there, welcome to Super Back Junior's channel on Twitch. I am Super Back. It's Monday, beginning of the week, and we were kind of talking here on this channel about what do we play on Mondays, since we do now Thursdays is the RPG day, and Saturdays is Arcade vs. Console, so we decided to do Theme Mondays. And we were talking about the older video games. My son is 20 years my junior, and he has a younger gamer's perspective of things. And there's nothing, he plays rather interesting, fantastic games on his Switch, on PlayStation 4, and all that. And he was talking to me about the older games from yesteryear. And he was telling me they're kind of hard. And I said, well, they're not really hard. That's what we had back in the day. I guess they were hard by design, but nevertheless, that's what it was. And one particular company came out as far as who makes the harder games for the Nintendo Entertainment System and so forth. Now, two companies came immediately to mind. One of them is Konami, and then the other one is Capcom. So today, we will be doing Capcom. So, having said that, it's going to be an interesting, how hard can it be? Well, it's going to be Capcom Hard. They've been known to make some of the hardest games back on the NES, and we're going to play several of them for today. One of my absolute favorites is going to be in this one as well. That would be some of the shooters that they've had, like 1943, and particularly Mega Man. Mega Man is one of my absolute favorite series of video games back in yesteryear. It's going to be interesting, to say the very, very least. So let's see what we got here. I'm looking at the list of games here that we have that will be available. We're going to be playing 1943. We're going to be playing a little bit of Commando, possibly even Bionic Commando. Mega Man. I haven't decided which one. Is it 1, 2, 3, or any of the first 6? But we'll get to that as we get through it. Of course, one of the hardest games I think I've ever come across in all my years of gaming, Ghosts and Goblins. And my wife always says, "Oh, it's Maximo," and Maximo, of course, was a PlayStation 2 continuation of the series. But it all started with Ghosts and Goblins with Sir Arthur. Of course, he can take a couple hits. First hit, well, leaves him a little bit more scantily clad than before. But that second hit's going to do him in, so. Anyway, let's talk about Capcom for just a moment, shall we? And there it is. Capcom was originally founded in 1979. Its predecessor was IREM Corporation, and yes, there's that particular IREM that made R-Types. That still exists today. Capcom literally stands for Capsule Computers. And it's just a little smash on words. And, they've been around for so long, but we've really started getting to know Capcom fairly well since about the mid-1980s, I dare say. And why not? A heck of a company. I dare say my favorite thing that they've ever done as a game company literally was when they started doing the fighting games. Starting with the Street Fighter series. And they've done a remarkable job of keeping that running as long as they've had over the years. And when you figure, they've made all those Street Fighters before they came up with 3, because it's Street Fighter, then Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Turbo Championship Edition. On and on and on and on and on. And then you get into the Alpha series and finally get Street Fighter 3, and it wasn't even worth it. But nevertheless, you got all those Street Fighter games, and then you got, of course, the Marvel series, Marvel vs. Capcom, or vs. Capcom 2, the Darkstalkers series, Night Warriors, and Vampire Savior. Oh my goodness, what games! They're one of the best fighting game makers of them all. But before they did all that, of course, they had to really burn it to the Nintendo players. And we'll be looking at that. I do want to give a couple of shout-outs real quickly. Thank yous, I should say, to Mad Moose TV, who followed me yesterday. Thank you very much for doing so. I greatly appreciate it. And Lucky Freeze 13. That's my favorite number, as a matter of fact, 13. LuckyFreeze13, thank you for following me 4 hours ago. I appreciate it so much. Alright, so... Anyway, that's the subject for today. How hard can it be? It's going to be Capcom Hard. And, oh yeah, they were indeed hard games. We're going to start with 1943 in just one moment. First, as I load everything up, I'm going to hit pause. That's the wrong screen, skip. There you go. Back in a sec. It is 1943. Now this is actually a sequel to the game 1942, both of which were arcade games, and of course they made translations to it for the PlayStation, excuse me, for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I dare say this is one where you recognize many symbols that you see in future Capcom games, particularly the POW that you would see in some of the later games and so forth, like the special symbols that would show up. Oh, goodness, they were the king of shooters at one time. They made some interesting ones, too. One of my favorite games also that my best friend and I played for probably far too many times that I care to think about was a game called Gun.Smoke. And that game was pretty tough. I'm going to see how it does with me still being on camera. Hey! And let's see how this works, shall we? Let's go ahead and pause the game real quickly. Alrighty, there's Dusty cheering me on. In 1943, our main fleet and the enemy's mobile unit have begun an intense battle off the coast of Valhalla Island. The end. You can actually enter a password on this one for some reason. I have to admit, it was pretty hard. So, let's give some extra points. We're going to give some extra points to that. Energy, certainly. And defensive power is kind of So let's do a special weapon. Time limit. And that's okay. Alright. So here we go. How hard can it possibly be? Okay, I just used up one of my special weapons. I hit the wrong button. And this certainly tested your thumb as far as firing, simply because of the fact that you had the rapid fire manually. Shooting those 5... Whoa, don't do that. Yeah, try not to get... I do have a little bit of energy. I don't have lives. It makes it a little tougher. So in other words, it's getting like 1, 3, or 5 lives. It's 1. It's just how much energy does my 1 life have. Unfortunately. Give myself a little bit of energy, but not much. And they're coming at me all over the place. Come on, get that one. Didn't give me a whole lot of energy, but it does keep me alive in the game. It's that once that energy, that E down there at the bottom right, hits 0, I am screwed. And now they're starting to fire at me. Isn't that great? Yeah. That's how hard, folks. Yeah. let's start again. What am I going to continue with? Okay. I'm going to give myself a little bit of extra energy. Not that it matters. I hit the right button this time. Yay! Kinda wasn't worth it, was it? Kinda wasn't worth it. Good heavens. Ah! Down to less than 20. Gives me such great music to work with. And that music won't last too long because I'm right back to under 20. Yes, good job. You know what? Wonder what kind of difference it makes that I put all my my extras into energy. Probably not a lot. That doesn't matter much. I hit the wrong button anyway. Good job. All right. Here's a. I played this in the arcade. It is a quarter masher. Oh. Easy come, easy go. Oh. I stopped with the colliding with the plane. Okay, see if I can get those. There you go. I forgot I even have that sometimes. I love the fact that that big plane will actually spawn smaller planes. It's not quite historically accurate, but it is indeed a fun shooting game. Oh, I got full health. That's why it's important to get some of these. That special symbol that you saw just now from Capcom. And now I get to go on and complete the mission, hopefully. Sure. I do want to shoot as many of those turrets as possible. Oops, that's bad. But sometimes it's just simply not worth it. It's just simply not worth it. There we go. Stuns him a little bit. with no energy to spare, and I cleared the mission. How hard can it be? That hard. Okay, so I get 40 energy units back. That'll last me about 40 seconds. Fight bravely. Absolutely. I'll say also that one of the things I loved about Capcom back in the day is the fact that they actually had the Disney license. So a lot of the Disney afternoon cartoons that they had, like Ducktales and Power Rangers and so forth like that. Oh, I hate this shot. Although it does destroy enemy fire. Okay, that's not too bad. One hit. Okay, a few hits. Nope. That's it. Crashed right into the plane. Good job. Anyway, that's 1943. Oh man, it's one of their basic shooters, of course, but as you can see, it's not an easy shooter at all. There are other shooters out there. I mean, you could take games like Gyrus from Konami. That was pretty tough. That's kind of like a combination of Galaga and Tempest, if you want to give any type of comparisons to these games. 1943, however, was kind of in its own little category. A, for being its subject matter, but certainly B, it was just really, really tough. And you saw how many times it took for me to get to the second level. But that's how it works. So let's go ahead and switch over to the next game, shall we? Absolutely. Fantastic. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yes. So you buy a game for the first time. You want to see what it's like. Or actually, back in these days, you rented a game. Some of us did that anyway. You would rent a game just to see what was it about. Let's see. And let's turn that down just a teensy bit. All right. Okay. Have to appreciate the classics. So anyway, like I said, they actually had the Disney licenses. And so therefore, you could play some of your favorite afternoon Disney cartoon games like DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, and even Darkwing Duck. But they also made Mickey Mousecapade, damn it. And what's worse, they made The Adventures of Magic Kingdom. This is what we're going to take a look at right now. Yes. A lot of these were made roughly around the same time too, in the late 80s. So let's take a look at Adventures of Magic Kingdom, shall we? Please enter your name, if you insist. So let me do... Hey, Goofy. I'm not going to do voices, sorry. It's time for the big parade. Here's the golden key to the gate. Oh, where's the golden key to the gate? Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, Mickey. I must have left it in the castle. Don't worry, Mickey. Let's go to the castle right now. Wait a minute, Donald. We need 6 silver keys to open the castle gate. And, well, I'm not sure where I left them, but they're somewhere in the Magic Kingdom, of course. There's an aptitude is key in a lot of these games. What do you mean we gotta find all 6 keys? Must have had a hole in his pocket. There's not enough time. Mickey, maybe you can find the 6 keys for us. 5 are attractions, but you'll have to ask around for the 6th one. I'm sure you can do it. Yes, let us find your keys that you just happen to lose. Thanks. Oh, I get to talk to this person. You're Mickey's friend, Pac, aren't you? If so, you should be able to answer this question. Yes, you have to answer trivia questions. Where was Davy Crockett born? Was it Kentucky, Texas, or Tennessee? Yeah, you must be Pac, alright, because I knew where Davy Crockett was born. Alright, so I think the girl around Space Mountain knows where the key is. And then he conveniently disappears. Space Mountain. I believe it's over to... right. Hey, Pac, Panhandle Pete. Panhandle Pete. Stole the silver key and won't give it back. He's challenged you to a race. If you beat him, you win the key. Oh, lucky me. Good job. I'm sorry, you'll have to try again. Yeah. Yeah, just get going. Notice how fast they all start off. Let's try somewhere else, shall we? Just go to any old place? Do I have to go in order? Howdy, partner. You're gonna have to ride a minecart to get through here. Go to the third station and watch out for dead ends. I don't remember the ride being this complex, to be honest with you. Ooh. Bit of damage there. And I'll try again because I made it to track 2. And that's it. Because I can only blow it so many times, I guess. The funny part about this, this and some of the other Capcom games for the NES, while they were really, really difficult, they weren't so difficult that you just wanted to kill something. 999 ghosts are in this house, but they're always looking for number 1000. Be careful. They might want you. I have 8 bottles. Any way I can replenish my... Okay, so that is no. Pirates have ransacked the island and are holding 6 villagers captive. Of course. Please rescue them and light a signal fire so that we will know that they are safe. Okay. There you go. So much for that. Seems so much easier in the theme park itself, doesn't it? Here I am avoiding the stars. Hey, I made it fast. Yay! Kind of reminds me of Bump and Jump in a way. Except I like Bump and Jump. Oh, good lord. I'm gonna hit the... Yep. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Oh, goodness, game over. How about that? Try one more time. I will admit this game makes more sense provided I don't think about it a whole lot. I believe that's it. Very simplified 1980s Magic Kingdom. You know what? I'm not going to give up on the race. Like I said, it reminds me of Bump and Jump, but I like Bump and Jump. Here we go. Skip all that. Apparently not. more try. Remember, I still have the objective of beating Pete. Of course, not knowing where he is kind of makes it a little tough. Jesus, come on. Oh, man. Alright, that's game over, of course. Just lost a bunch of frames there. Excellent. That's the way to do it. Yeah, about that. Alright, let's play an old-fashioned one, shall we? Alright, Commando. Do. How bad could it possibly be? Bad enough. Bad enough. Alright, let's link it up. Somehow I picked the wrong game. Let's try this again. That's because I can't read. About to say, when did Sony and Capcom ever collaborate on a game back in these days? And the answer to that was never. That would be a good answer. Alright. Oh my goodness. Why do I see nothing? Alright, there it is. Alright, so this is a fine classic, if you will. So let's go ahead and get that started. Essentially, you have to shoot the bad guy and rescue the good guy. How hard could it be? Now, surprisingly, the Atari 7800 has a very good version of this one. Oh, of course. I was trying to get down to that ladder. So we'll get to. Well, that's okay when you see me get to Mega Man. Now, my favorite Mega Man of the series is Mega Man 2. But Mega Man 1 was extraordinarily difficult because of the fact that it actually had a scoring system, which none of the other games had at the time. Yeah, we'll try it one more time. That's how bad it is. possibly be. Yep. Bullets coming at you from all over the place. Soldiers coming at you from all over the place. So the secret is to just continue moving forward as best you can. Watch out for bullets. Watch out being tempted by the grenades. Save him. Yep. Easy as anything. And honestly, I can understand why people, today's gamers think that this is a bit harder game, harder era. It was, to be honest with you. But it was also normal. Not too terrible. Not that great. One more game. Let's see if I can do this without dying. The answer to that is no, you can't. Yep. Now, since the majority of these games that I've played thus far, well, the Adventures of Magic Kingdom obviously aren't. It's not a... Yay! Rescue them. Yay, great. Did something right. For arcade games, could you imagine how much money you actually spent on these games? Oh, trying to rescue them. They're gone now. Don't matter. I'm really surprised I survived that. But there you go. See? Not exactly the greatest ROM on this one either. Didn't make it harder, didn't make it easier, that's for sure. We're going to pause for just a second here. Be right back, okay? Oh, man. Well, so far we've blown through 3 Capcom games, and yeah, it was kind of tough, weren't they? And admittedly, yeah, they were kind of tough. That's what made part of their charm, however. They were not known for being easy. So we're going to play one that certainly meets that expectation that definitely wasn't easy. And that would be this game. Actually, no, I'm thinking ahead of time. Ducktales. It was not an easy game, that is true. I did beat it. But it took a few tries. And we're like I said, we're just going to play for demonstration purposes. Because I really don't have a choice. It's been forever since I played a lot of these. Okay, so we have a selection of lands to choose from. We have the Amazon, Transylvania. Alrighty. So far, we've had a lot of fun. Well, watching us die over and over again. Being stumped by the Disney gang, too. Can you imagine that? They were quite challenging, though, I tell you. Compared to today's games, absolutely. Here I am. Now, let's go ahead and start playing some Ghosts and Goblins. Alrighty, now, this is, I consider, one of the grand poobahs of all hard as F games for the NES. My best friend and I would literally laugh at how ridiculous it was. And it's not going to get any better. That's my son. That's my son. That's my dog. Alrighty, Dust. Hey. You okay back there? You have to be quiet there, okay, buddy? That is Dusty. He is my Rhodesian Ridgeback Blackmouth Cur mix. And he is an absolute delight. I think he's about 11 now. And he's been one of our good dogs here. We also have a German Shepherd named Macy. And Dust is kind of not settling down here, so let's go ahead and settle down there, kid, okay? Alright, buddy. Alrighty. Play some Ghosts and Goblins, shall we? Oh dear. This ought to be neat. Let's run this track mode first to see, let's give it an idea of how bad it is, if it actually has one. I don't think it has one. Here we go. Oh! No! My scantily clad Sir Arthur now gets his armor and is going to go rescue the princess. Okay. Take one more hit. Too bad that didn't give me back my armor. I wish it did. But no. It shows you this big elaborate map. It won't matter. Okay. Right. You only have so many fires on the screen at once. Yep. You gotta have that lance. As good as that fireball is, you gotta keep that lance handy. Yep. I got the knife. Yep, that's good. Hey. That's great. At least I got the knife. Yeah, skip. You can't skip? Come on. You can skip. You can't skip. There was no such thing as skipping back in the day. No, you had to endure this. The knife was okay, too. You notice they don't give you a whole lot of time to waste, either. Oh, good job. Unfortunately, I got the fireball again. Good job. Yep. Oh yes, you're going to die for certainty. Ah. Okay. If I can avoid getting that stupid fireball. Now, what's amazing, this game did actually indeed have a sequel. It had it for the Master System and for the Sega Genesis. That'd be Ghouls and Ghosts. I got the knife, okay. The knife is much better, I'll take the knife. Yeah, screw that, it's all points. Now remember, like I said, these were arcade games. Can you imagine just how many quarters you're popping in these, assuming that you want to continue? I could continue, but there's no point in continuing it because I didn't hit a place that's worthy of a continue, so I'll just simply hit start. All right. I will say this, if you had... Master System version of Ghouls and Ghosts was quite good. If you had a Genesis, you had a damn near arcade perfect port. I'm going to give that. And that probably will be one of the arcade versus console editions because of the fact that they're very similar, like Defender and Stargate. Get away from me. Managed to do that, but I don't care. It counts at the end of the day. Yes. Yes. Knifey is goody. Take the knifey. Okay. Here comes the fun one. Okay, there you go. That's perfect. But I did move my marker just a little bit ahead. So now it's worthy of a continue. Barely. There you go. I believe I'm about to come up against. Yep. Just think number 2 is that much further ahead. There you go, that's Ghosts and Goblins for the NES. I think one of the things about this game, though, and like the other Capcom games, they aren't bad. I mean, I've seen far, far worse, frustratingly worse, but the games themselves were okay. But Capcom is not used to being okay, they're used to being exceptionally good, and this is an example of a rather exceptionally good game. It is frustrating as hell, yes. It is difficult as anything, yes. But damn it, you just keep playing it. And actually, it's like a challenge. It's like it taunts you that you must keep playing it in order to continue on. However, for tonight's purposes, we're not going to do that. So I'll show them. All right. Here's a nutter. Here's a nutter. Yes, I did say that. This one's not too terribly soft. Or loud, rather. Move it over so I can actually see. Should anyone decide to chat. And if you are there, if you happen to be in chat, go ahead and say something, please. I really would appreciate it. I love talking about, well, the disasters that I've played over the years, and some of the good and bad of video gaming from yesteryear, how when they all got started, and the lessons we have learned and the lessons we didn't. Now, this is called Gun.Smoke. This is one that my best friend and I used to play quite a bit there, and this was one of those where kept pushing the envelope to see how far we could go. And here, just from the demonstration mode that you can clearly see, there's a lot to do. You can shoot in 3 different directions: straight ahead, left and right, and of course you pick up things as you progress, including a horsey. And you can ride that horsey and pretty much lay waste. Let's see how well we do here, shall we? Year was 1849. Who cares? Town of Hicksville. Wanted. Bandit Bill. Rifle. And he's worth $10,000. Yet another arcade. Let's make it faster. Money makes me, of course, richer. Watch out for the... Oh, got hit with a pow. Knocked out everyone. Excellent. Okay, we're on your side, so I can buy a shotgun. Watch out for that. Here's my horsey. Yay, horsey! So what happens if you get caught behind that fence? You're gonna wish you hadn't. Alrighty, so what can I buy here? I can buy a horse, which I'm already riding. I can get 4 more shotgun shells for 1,500. Or I can get a wanted poster for money I don't have. Apparently can't carry any more ammo, so... Can't keep taking that kind of damage, dude. Oh, my horsey is dead. My poor horsey! You killed my horses. I'm telling mommy. That special symbol, by the way, made me invincible for a few short seconds. There you go. Goodness. Oh, you bastard. Damn. It got tough. Ah. Good game. Really good game. Capcom's usual monster. The soundtrack. Grab the ammo, stupid. Ah. Boo. And I have $4,150 and I can't buy buckets, so off we go. That's flashing, which means I won't have much of a horse left. That's right. Bye-bye, horsey. Nice knowing you. Take you to a tax service. Oh, you bastard. Tough game. Tough little game. Oh, yes. Not exactly, I guess today, I mean, it was made for the NES, so, you know, they found nothing wrong with it per se, I guess, but find that just a little hard. All right, so there was a game out there called Little Nemo, the Dream Master. I saw somebody whom I'm following play this, and she was having a tad difficulty with it. Can't really say I blame her. It is a bit of a challenging game, as with most Capcom games. The funny part is that even over the years, they continue to make difficult games. Let me set this up real quickly. Alright. They continue to make difficult games. I mentioned Ghouls and Ghosts for the Sega Genesis. It was a really tough game, true. And then They upped it a notch with Super Ghosts and Goblins for the Super Nintendo, and that game was one of the most difficult things I've ever played. It was ridiculously hard. Why not? That's what they do. That's what they're known for. And let's see. Now that I think about it, I don't want to deafen everyone. At least not yet. There we go. Turn it down a tad. 1905. New York. Remember, today's theme is how hard could it be? Capcom Hard. But the beauty of it is they really made some outstanding games. And this is no exception. I happen to love this game. Very good. She's not just a girl, she's a princess. And what boy would turn down candy? Gimme. Even if she is a girl, well, I guess I can go as long as I don't have to kiss her. In 1988, actually 1905, cooties. Yes. And I go talk to a complete stranger. Hey, little boy, what are you doing here? This place is too dangerous for little boys. But if you've got your mind set on staying here, I should tell you a secret. Many of the creatures here will give you a ride if you feed them candy. You can ride for as long as you like. Press select to stop. Also, many doors are locked. You will need keys to collect a different key for each lock in order to get through. By the way, my name is Flip. Just out of there, so I'm not a complete stranger. I'm Flip. Okay. And look how happy that... You can just toss candy all you want. Doesn't do a damn thing except just bounce off him and stun him. Thank God this is not timed. I see somebody over there who might need my attention. Yes. And the frog falls asleep through all that candy. Leaving big old nasty bees about to come by. Yep. With that kind of big old belly, be able to flop on them. These are spiked snails. They come from literally nowhere. Like that. I'm gonna leave that by because I don't need it yet. But I will now. must be a mole bot nearby. There is. Oh, get off. It's just so weird. Eat the damn candy! Good extra life. And what I like about this fella here... Oh yeah. I have a doppelganger. No! It's just a lot easier. One life meter, and one restored. No thanks to the little froggies there. Oh, there you go. Just like that. Damn candy. Yeah, just a second, please. Alrighty, let's try this again. Good job. Yep, good job. Alright, one more time, shall we? Got one. Good thing I got those extra lives. Okay, so we already got the digger. need him after all. Can't jump. Alright. And the little froggies can't go into my tunnels, and I don't have to worry about those bats. At least not yet. That'd be a bad idea, actually. Okay. Take advantage of this real quickly. There's the other key. Oh, bad. All 6. The only problem is I only have 1 life left on my life bar. Oh. Crap. Okay. Okay, Froggy, get the hell out of my way. Okay, so the good news is I already got all 6 keys. Not a bad idea. Wait for the... I made it! Yay! Alright. Wake up, Nemo! How many times do I have to call you? Probably quite a few. Another random stranger. Hi Nemo, this is the magic flower garden. You know my friend Oompy wants to meet you. He lives under the water. Fantastic. Oh, come on back here. Run away from me like that. Jesus. And there you go. Adding insult to injury. Yeah, let's continue. Let's continue on, shall we? Boom. And do we have to have that nice little talk again? No, good. Didn't want to talk to him anyway. he can punch things, but he doesn't punch things. Just out of curiosity. That's what I thought. There he is. Hi, Nemo. You're going to need the lizard's help to get through this next area. Look in the trees for him. Yeah, I risked drowning just for that. More than one hit. There you go. Good job. Oh, wow, look at that. Yep. Probably why you did the lizard. Yeah, I deserve that. And there you go. Oh, yes. Okay, then. Oh, let's just get the next one over with, shall we? This is the big one for this particular list. I do love its sequels. I did find this game absolutely frustrating. I also found that the box art for this thing was absolutely god-awful. And sadly, a lot of the Capcom box arts in the earlier days weren't too spiffy, I have to admit. This certainly would be one of them. Alright, shall we? I picked the wrong one. So I'm going to pick Mega Man. That's what I hit, Mega Man 2? Yep. Okay, well, screw that. Mega Man 2 it is. Now, this did have an Easter egg in it. I had a couple of them, as a matter of fact. But the one I actually learned, when you got your password, the password literally was a series of dots on a grid. And I learned what dot represented what on the grid itself. So I kind of created my own password. Not quite cheating, it's just ingenuity. But I gave myself some, you know, extra stuff. Oh, I wish I knew where they were too. Let's go to... which one was the hardest? Well, the easiest one to go through. I really don't remember. Yeah, what the hell? Heat Man. There's Mega Man, the mascot for... Of course. Good job. Y'all didn't see that. A lot of times I just sit here and wait for a Mega Man head to come down. The odds are very slim that it would happen. Oh, I hated those things. Good job. Oh, Mega Man head's gotta come out here somewhere. Good thing about this, you can only have 3 at a time! Okay. Yay! This game was relentless. Remember those stupid paths. But they don't leave things behind. And one more, of course. You can't just leave things alone, can they? Alright. Look at that. All the health I need. Let's try this again. Oh, lucky me. They would leave me an energy capsule. You know, one that restores life instead of for a weapon I don't have yet. That. Never mind. There you go. That I appreciate. Like that. Oh, yes. Perfect. Don't like that, though. Just what I needed. Oh, yes. Not good. This is Leaf Man, if I recall correctly. Yes. Yep. Okay. Sometimes it just takes a few tries. I love this riff coming up. So about 1,000,000 years ago, we did sort of a radio show, and we used this part as our percussion or our theme, which I still have somewhere. This is what the password looked like. And so, if you would kind of figure out what the red balls, where they would go in that 5x5 grid, you can do some damage. Which also included your energy drums that you would collect over the game's progress as well. Not gonna try Heat Man. Try Flash Man. Do. Oh, you get to slide around too, isn't that neat? Whee! Okay. So. stop on this ice board. Oh, I don't have the means to get that yet. Bollocks. What? Nope. So what do I have? I would have to beat Crash Man in order to get past those. Okay. Oopsie. I always love that thing. It dances to the music too. Notice that? And instead of coming towards me, because I'm over to its, behind it to its screen right. No, it's going to continue going towards something where I'm not. That was not good. Bye. Oh, crap. Well played. Okay. Could have used you a little bit a while ago, I think. Sit here all day, actually. And there would be certain enemies that you could actually literally just sit by and there would be like a treasure trove of build-up as far as getting your energy back or your whipping back into good shape there. But I'm going to play it relatively well. Now come over here, over here, over here. Jumping little blue man? That's right, bye. Not the greatest of shapes. Let's see what we can do. And I'm broken. And I'm not gonna make this. Yep. Try to brute force him. I think we're gonna leave it there. So that will be your password, so we're going to continue on when you turn off the machine. And the easiest thing for me to do is I had graph paper back in those days, and I just simply put your dots there, A through E, 1 through 5. That was that simple. Oh, what memories. My goodness. Oh well. Okay. Anyway, those were some examples of some Capcom Hard games back for the NES, and yeah, they were exceptionally hard for NES games. I mean, we've seen some of the games that Nintendo put out weren't so easy either, but these were quite monstrous. They were quite tough for their day, I have to admit. They were a lot of fun to play, though. They did produce 6 Mega Man games for the NES, and the Ghosts and Goblins and all that kind of stuff, but they would continue on making harder games as the days would go on, particularly games like Resident Evil, Dino Crisis. God. But like I said, their big thing was Marvel vs. Capcom. My brother manages, is the technical manager of an arcade. He has been for the last 22 years now. And one of the big games, one of the big money-making games they've had over all these years was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And because it's been there for so long, all the characters were available for play. That was pretty cool. And they were very resistant getting rid of that thing because it does make a ton of money. And that's just the beauty of it. And I think it's a testament that all those Capcom characters, from Bionic Commando to Mega Man, even Sir Arthur appears in there. Well, you can still play them. They're still available. And it's just one of those things. But here we are now, nearly 40 years later, we're still enjoying these games. And we're appreciating how difficult these games were, too. Unlike the arcade games prior to this, where they didn't really have an ending unless you actually managed to hit a kill screen. You just pretty much play at the top of your high score, where here you actually had objectives. You actually tried to beat the game. And boy, did they make it tough. They made it very, very tough. But that's part of its charm. Okay, once again, I'm going to give a thank you to my new followers. That'd be Mad Moose TV. Once again, thank you very much for following. Greatly appreciated. And Lucky Freeze 13. Lucky 13 indeed. Thank you for following as well. Thursday night will be our next particular episode. We're going to continue on Ducktales. Hopefully we're going to beat it. We've come pretty far in that game, where we've achieved all 4 swords and all bracelets. We're going to try and see if we can get rid of that guy who pretty much kicked my ass in that rather complex labyrinth. All I have to do is just meet up with him again, because I got some magic rings and I got some opal statues. That'll certainly help me out with my mission. And that's a very good RPG as well, action RPG. Underappreciated title. It's an old SNK title prior to their days of the Neo Geo, so that's something to look out for on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. And of course, Saturday we'll have another arcade versus console, where we pick an arcade game and try to, well, see how the console games match up to it. And last Sunday was Joust. They had quite a few home versions. Not all of them were good. But there they are nonetheless. So we'll take a look at that. In the meantime, thank you for joining me tonight. If you like what you saw, give me a follow. I greatly would appreciate it. Also, I have a YouTube page that has all the videos that were no longer on Twitch. You can find them there. And my original YouTube page, the Match Game Tribute channel. You can find that there as well. And I have an Instagram link. You can find some of the junk that I've collected over the years. And trust me, there's a lot of years of junk there. Hope you browse through that as well. I post pictures on that every so often. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'll see you next time. Super Pack, signing out. Good night.